What's up, guys? I'm just a gamer and I'm back with another video. Sony just announced a state of play for March 9th, literally tomorrow. It literally was announced just a little while ago, and already the internet is running rampant with speculations and predictions. So I guess I've decided to just follow suit and give my predictions as well. So yeah, let's just jump into it. First up, the most obvious game to show up is gonna be Final Fantasy 16. Now, when they announced the state of play, they did specify that they were going to be focusing on Japanese publishers, so there is no doubt in my mind that Final Fantasy 16 will show up here. And honestly, I think it is the perfect opportunity. I mean, with Forspoken's recent delay into October, people are going to want to know what's going to be coming and for this game, especially if they can give us a release date. Because, as I stated, with Forspoken's delay into late in the year, them showing a release date will basically quantify if it's going to be also coming out the end of this year, which I highly doubt, or if it will be coming out early next year, which is that's my prediction. I believe if they show a release date for this game, it's going to show early 2023, and I believe it is because Forspoken's delay into late in the year. I think that game being delayed through a wrench in things, or maybe it's gonna help the game out, may give them more time to polish this game up. But I totally expect to see this game at the state of play tomorrow. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. It'd be absurd for them not to show this game. Now, how much they'll show, that's the question. As I said, I think it would be a perfect opportunity for them to give us a release date, but that's just me pipe dreaming here. More than likely, they'll give us a release window. And like I stated, I believe it'll be early 2023. How much we'll see of this game? At most, we will see a gameplay trailer, a nice little beefy one, that'll finally show us how this game will play. And at least it'll just be a smaller trailer like we've seen before with just snippets of story and snippets of gameplay. But I believe they're really going to push this game and they're going to show off a lot. At least that's what I believe. Now, this next one is a bit of a long shot, but I've seen some people on Twitter speculate it, and I've even had a friend of mine comment on it. And personally, I think the chances of this showing up are going to be very low. And that is the announcement of the Resident Evil 4 remake. Now, I have no doubt in my mind that Capcom will show up at this state of play because, as I said, it was stated they're going to be focusing on Japanese publishers, so there is no way Capcom's not going to show up here. That being said, them showing Resident Evil 4 the remake this soon, I think the chances are low. And the only reason I'm including it in my predictions is because of the chatter I've seen online and because of a few of my friends commenting on it. But personally, I just don't see it. I think Capcom is going to use this opportunity to show off something else, something different. Maybe something they've had in the works, maybe Pragmata. Again, that game had been delayed, but that doesn't mean they can't show something off. They can't show off a trailer of some sort, or even gameplay of the game. And they can go a completely different route as well. For all we know, maybe they'll show gameplay of Street Fighter 6. I mean, the game was only recently announced, early development and all that, but that's not to say they don't have something to show. They could totally bring Street Fighter 6. So, yeah, Capcom is for sure going to show up. I just don't know if it will be Resident Evil based. I'm more on the side of it's going to be something else. Maybe Pragmata, maybe something new, maybe something Street Fighter. I will keep my expectations very low for Resident Evil 4 Remake showing up. Now, this one's also a bit of a stretch, but a team we haven't heard from in a good while, that this would be a perfect opportunity to show what they're working on, if they're working on anything, is Team Ico. It's been a few years since the release of Last Guardian and the Colossus and the Shadow of Colossus remake, and yeah, I think this would be the perfect opportunity to see what they're working on, if they're working on anything. I mean, this is a very prominent Japanese studio for Sony, and I think it'd be crazy for them not to be working on anything at the moment. And yeah, I'm just this could be a good. There's a good chance we might see what they're working on, if they're working on anything. And honestly, I'd be excited to see what it is. One game I totally expect to see at the State of Play tomorrow is Ghostwire Tokyo. Now, this game is set to release later this month, and yeah, I think this would just be a great promo, good time to just show maybe a little bit more of the game, even though I know they've already had a big, long, almost their own State of Play with like a 20-minute showcase. But yeah, again, the game is coming out later this month, and I think they're gonna use this opportunity to promote it and maybe show us another trailer, maybe another gameplay segment. They'll give us something, but I totally expect to see this game at the State of Play tomorrow. Another reason I say that is because they recently released a graphic novel, a free graphic novel that sets up the events of Ghostwire. So they're in full promotion mode, and yeah, again, this would be a perfect opportunity just to promote the game, especially since it's coming out later this month. So yeah, those are just a few quick predictions I have for the State of Play tomorrow. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see. And again, just because they said they're focusing on Japanese developers doesn't mean we won't see anything else from other developers as well. Battle War Ragnarok could easily show up. That game is just so massive that it can pretty much show up anywhere and people won't care. Or for all we know, we'll see Hogwarts Legacy. That game, we haven't heard anything about that game since it was officially revealed, I think, a year ago. So possibilities are endless. But those were just my few predictions that I have for tomorrow. And you can bet your ass I'm going to be reacting to it, and I will be posting my reaction later in the day. So please keep an eye out for that. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment down below. I'd really appreciate any and all feedback. Follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, take care and have a good game.